Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And a few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year made the playoffs that didn't make it the previous year, so you're not assured of going back year after year.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Quarterback Mitchell Trubisky leading out the Chicago Bears. Former number 2 overall pick out of Carolina. Big improvements in year 2 for Trubisky. Touchdown spiked from 7 to 24. Yards per game went up by almost 50. And, of course, most importantly, the Bears went from 5 wins to 12 and an NFC North title. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
Running back Tariq Cohen brings us all to our feet when he's on the field because you never know how they're going to utilize it. In 2018, was able to run, throw, and catch a touchdown pass. And in addition, was a 2018 Pro Bowl return specialist for the NFC. The human joystick makes everything better when he's on the field.
A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Off the bootleg. Stafford rolling to his right. And this is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And that'll bring up second down. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
And I think the entire league benefited when Andrew Whitworth made the decision to come back for his 13th NFL season. Still one of the best offensive tackles in the game. 4 Pro Bowls, 2 times first-team All-Pro. He's now 10th among active players in the NFL in games started.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. A look at the starters now defensively for the Bears. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I would have loved to have been in their meetings this week and hear that grizzled old defensive coordinator talk about, well, you did okay, guys. We did all right. Holding them to 13 was pretty good. But this week, I expect it to be less than that.
I'm going to need to hear that a lot more often. I don't know what it was, but I liked it. Now it's Stafford. And Woods has it complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. I want to remind you, tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, our final international game of the year, the Chiefs and the Chargers from legendary Estadio Azteca. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one complete on the slant route. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but boy, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Davis. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll find Everett there, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far.
Let's go, baby.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely 1 play, and then these 2 teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. and they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Cam Newton, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, the guys will be in Mexico. Stadi o Azteca, the Chiefs and the Chargers, as we exported a good one to wrap up Week 11. Meanwhile, in our game, to call it a defensive battle would be an understatement. 0-0 is our score. We'll be looking for something in that second half as we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? He'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Stafford. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And some space here. A big run there by Gurley. 41 yards on the ground. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. From the 17, Stafford. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On second down, it's Cohen, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And a short gain down to about the 33. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. 22 yards there, a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
That's it, baby. You don't work.
So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Stafford, he gets it to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Gurley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Stafford. Out to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Throwing here, Stafford. Buying time to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Trubisky will throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They had to catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 18. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for the Rams, they continue to put themselves in position for a 1st-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, They suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis,